guys, it's me. I'm back. What's up, party people? We're like, Mads, come on. All right, this show is taking a turn for the. Oh. What's going on, everyone? Hold on a second. There we go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Monster Bass Live. If you're tuning in for the very first time, welcome. We got a great show for you. I got Gramps on the show today. Good friend of the show, and I'm excited to have him here. And it seems apropos that he's here today. You know, we've tried to have him on for I think the last couple of weeks. We had a laptop problem one week. And then one week, what was the other problem? Internet? Yeah. No, you were gone.
Yeah, the internet was out.
Yeah, something. Ever since we moved back to the home office, it's been a bit of a disaster. I don't even have any liquid death here today. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Got rocking the new hat. Or one of them. I got a whole bunch of new stuff here. Do you guys want to see it? All right. I'll show you all in just a little bit. But like I said, we got a great show for you today. We got Gramps on. And, yeah, it's been an interesting week. You know, I don't know where you guys are in the news, but, you know, it seems like tragedy keeps striking, and I think it's you know, it's sad and unfortunate. And you know, Twitch took his own life. Those of you that don't know who he is, he was a good dude that made the Ellen DeGeneres show that much cooler. And he left behind a wife and 3 kids, and that's super sad. And to see someone that's seemingly so happy, but on the inside hurting so much, is really tragic. It's really tragic and unfortunate. And in the same week, we had Survivor 43, right? And I think it was last night or the day before. Survivor 43, Mike Gabler wins $1 million, donates all $1 million of the winnings to the veterans to help with PTSD and suicide. And you know, you go to bed with sad news and you wake up to this beautiful news, and makes you feel a little bit better about the world that someone's really trying to make such a big impact. And because think about it, you're on a game show, you win $1 million. It's life-changing money. Donates it all. It's a good man. I reached out to him today to see if I can get him on the show, because I think he'd be a great guest. I think we could all stand to learn something from that type of generosity. And I think it'd be really nice to have him on the show. Talk about what he wants to do with the money and who he's giving it to. And so, in other news, the Lunker sticks have arrived. Now, got the picture today because they showed up, and I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see it right there at the. Oh, for goodness gracious! I don't know if you can see this, but that bottom of the pallet doesn't look so good. And I'm a little nervous about 2 of the boxes. But listen, they arrived. And I thank you all patiently for waiting. The rod tubes arrive next week. And then, depending on when the warehouse and holiday schedules, my guess is that they start shipping them right after the holidays. And they'll be in your hands hopefully the first couple weeks of January. Most of you can't use them, so I apologize, but you'll have to wait until you get them out there. But if if you like them as much as, some of the people that have given me feedback thus far do, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. What else came in? Oh, yeah. I got a lunker bag here. I don't know if you can see that. In it. Now, I've got two 3700s in there. It's fully customizable, so you can take out these little inserts, adjust the height. So if you want to put in, 3700 deeps, or you don't want the inserts at all and you want to just stuff crap in there, you're going to be able to do that. That's pretty cool. And what else do I have to share with you guys? Lunker hunt. So we had lunker sticks, lunker bag, lunker hunt. So as you know, next month is a lunker hunt takeover. I just reviewed the guidebook today. It looks pretty good. It's got some pretty good baits. We could talk about them. Maybe we'll talk about them with Gramps, because I got the box already. And what else can I share with you? Oh, last but not least, the app. Working on the app, folks. It's going to be a good one. It's going to tell you where your place in this world is when it comes to catching big bass. So I think it'll be pretty cool. We'll have a little bit of fun with it, and then here we are. What else can I tell you? Gramps wants a Z-Man takeover. Gramps just wants to be on the show, so we should probably get him on. Let's do this really quick. We're gonna make one quick phone call, and here we go. Hold on.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 2133597.
Oh, I can't give you Rafi's phone number. We were gonna call Rafi, and then and just as I was playing it, I realized that his phone number would be on the replay. Oh my goodness! All right, listen. Let's not wait any longer. Let's remember we got golden tickets. Let's remember that the hotline's open. Oh, I'm supposed to do all this now. Hold on. This is all a big test from Jared. I didn't read my sheet. All right, Jared, since you're here, you just run the show. God darn it. Just turn on the hotline. Turn on the other stuff. Whatever needs to be on. I don't know.
You got this.
Brian, I'm glad you like the lunker bag. The flaw finder in me opened it up and immediately started ripping it apart. I'm like, ugh, I don't like the way that they did this. I don't like the way that they did that. And then I don't like the fact that the shelves in the bottom part aren't sewn in. And then someone quickly reminded me that it gives you ultimate flexibility so you can change sizes and do whatever you want. And so I was like, okay. Show you guys the new merchandise. Well, I got a hat here. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten it all, but I did put 4 new t-shirts on the website up to 5X. I'm sorry, 6X. They didn't have 6s this time. All right, so we got some camo ones. We got some orange ones, some quarry ones. This one. I think there's 8 new hats. There's the bags. I ordered some face shields. What did I order? Some dope stickers. Head over to Monster Bass Nation on Facebook. Check it out. Largy Smalls is coming to a box near you guys. The lunker bag. Justin, it does hold. Listen. Depending on the type of 3700 you're using, you can put 2 in the bottom, 3 in the top. You can put some on the top, some more down here. So it just depends what you want. There's still room right here for another one. So there's 2 plus a third. Again, it just depends on how you want to customize it. All right, I'm trying to answer all your questions. Let's see. Just got the tackle box. Love it. I need those hats. Long rods are put away. Ice rods are out. Fishing crap outdoors. I love it. Can I say a little bit about the $75 technique-driven kits? Here's what I would say. Go to the website, click on the kit, click on it, and the details will show you exactly what's in the kit. So it's really easy. I mean, and if you sign up, there's a special. You sign up, you just text renew into customer service, and you'll get one of those $75 kits for free if you add 3 months to your, renew early. Who doesn't want that? All right, let's not dick around. Can we roll out the red carpet and let Gramps come in? Roll over. Is that a game like when you were little? Like there was a game where you'd say that? Yeah, let's bring him in. He needs no warm welcome. Everyone knows who he is. Actually, let's give him a warm welcome. But he needs no introduction. That's what I meant. I'm a mess. Whoa, Gramps.
What?
Whoa. What, were you taking a nap on the sun?
No, it's just my rosy red cheeks and yeah.
Are you sure didn't I see you on the Miracle on 34th Street last night?
No, I did just get done doing DDP yoga about 20 minutes ago, so I might still be a little.
Dude, that is legit stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You like yoga?
Mr. Hoover and I are in a little weight loss challenge right now.
Okay, tell me.
Talking plenty of smack and having to back it up with some workouts and some eating healthy. So he lost 8 pounds in a week, and I came back and beat him and lost 9 pounds this week. So we'll see what next week looks like.
I love that. Now, is eating healthy a challenge for you?
I mean, I don't eat terribly all the time. I'm mostly sedentary because of my job, and my bad knees and back doesn't, really, I just don't I'm not as active as much. The older I get, the worse the conditions get. But then the more I sit around, the bigger I get and the worse it gets. So it's time to solve the problem, so to speak. So that's what I'm working on doing.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I noticed that on days when I don't take steps, man, it's easy to see it grow by 1 and 2, and then pretty soon you're at 3, 4, and 5, and the number keeps going up.
Yep.
And
I mean, the last time I did, really cared about weight loss was when I needed something to keep me distracted when my oldest was in Afghanistan. And so I basically spent 9 months, eating healthy and working out all the time. Of course, then I decided after all that to pursue my master's degree. I'm already an IT guy, so I'm in my chair, pretty much all day anyway. And then playing the YouTube game takes up every spare second of my time after that. So I have to make a conscious effort to step away from the keyboard and all this and make some time for myself and start caring about myself. And I want to do a lot more adventures next year in the kayak and the boat, and I want to be healthier and able to do that. So, it's just I'm going to spend the next few months getting ready for spring and taking the time for myself. Even if that means I'm not putting out as many videos or doing as many lives or whatever, so be it. I got to take care of me first. And so I figured I would challenge Chad Hoover, and we would go back and forth in a little Army-Navy competition, and we're going to set up a whole thing where we're going to have other people join us as well.
I love that. Now, what's an NIT guy?
IT. So I'm a cybersecurity. I am an information system security officer for the Department of Army. So I sit around and keep people from hacking stuff and all kinds of other jobs. But yeah, my master's is information security. I've been in, IT for 30 some years. System administrator to email design, network design, all kinds of. I started out as a programmer way back in the day, so I've been doing computer stuff since 1986.
Nicely done. Ready to retire?
Yeah, in a few years. I'll retire from the federal government because I was able to sell my time that I was on active duty back to the federal government, and that kind of now counts towards my federal time so that I can retire. Yeah. So I always get a laugh when you're talking about, whoever it is in DC that's a GS whatever, because I'm also a GS whatever.
Yeah, classified. That's Marty Lawson. He's got classified. He's got clearance classified G14. Nobody has G15 that you know about. Sorry, Jared. Jared's trying to get in on the conversation because he thinks, you know, now that he's like a blue belt or something, that gets him some sort of access to another floor in the building. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, had you read that that the Survivor winner was donating the whole $1 million?
I haven't seen that. I mean, to be honest, I have kind of just shied away from the news over the
Yeah.
last couple years. I used to just get so much into it that my blood pressure would get boiling, and it's not good as it
Yeah.
is. And you know, I follow my Indiana Hoosiers basketball, my Atlanta Braves baseball. You know, I watch some football here and there, but I just
Yeah.
I'm that guy that used to debate and argue with everybody because I always had an opinion, and you should share my opinion. But I'm just nah. So I mean, I'll catch the news here and there, but I hadn't heard that. I used to watch Survivor quite often, but
Yeah.
these days, if I'm not watching one of my teams that's playing, I'm sitting here editing or filming a YouTube video. So that pretty much takes up every spare minute that I have that I'm not doing something with the grandbabes with
Yeah.
Gran. So you know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, you know, and I don't watch the news for similar reasons, and also it's just if you want to ruin your day, watch the news.
Yep.
But you know, I woke up this morning. There was probably like some little news alert on my phone, and sure enough, they said that he had given away the whole $1 million, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like this guy in Texas, and he's some kind of a doctor, so it's not like he needed the money, but still, to win $1 million and immediately give it away that shows some balls, and I love that, especially for a cause such as this one, because we all know how, you know, how horrible that is. So, but so is your season done? Are you done fishing for the season?
I mean, the kayaks are covered and on the trailer. The boat is covered. I'll probably bring the boat and put it in the garage so that if we get some time. But last time I went fishing, there was about a half inch of ice on the water. The water temps are already in the 30s. And pretty much when it gets to that point, I'm done and working on other things until springtime. We do have a power plant lake in Illinois that's about 2.5 hours away. My brother and buddy Matt plan on maybe making a trip or two over there, you know, sometime over the winter. If you get a warmer air temperature days, but you get those, you know, hot water discharges where the water stays constantly in the 55 and 60-degree range.
Mm-hmm.
So we might make some road trips over there. I'm actually going to Florida over Christmas, so you never know what can happen down there. So
Nice.
going to go fly down and visit my daughter, but they've already said that I can take a day and go fish with. So I'll be meeting up with Get Your Fish On Steve, and
Oh,
we're gonna go hit a pond somewhere.
I love it. I love it. That's so good. Do you hear that music? Oh, I hear music. It's gone now, but anyway. So Gramps, I'm gonna show you some baits, and I'd like you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh man, you got stones.
Yeah. I was thinking about putting on my Rapala fishing gloves, but then I realized I'm not going fishing. Okay. There's the music again.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's a good looking popper. I like the paint scheme on that. That is slick.
Okay. What if I told you that was $19?
I'm trying to think if I've ever found a high end enough popper that I'd put 20 bones down on. Just,
Okay.
you know,
Let me show you another one. Ooh, I love this. Let's see if you can name this bait.
oh, that looks incredible. Is that all soft plastic? That is
All
gorgeous.
soft plastic.
Man, that is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is probably. Can anyone name what that one is? That is my favorite bait from this brand. What else we got here?
Oh, my brother just reminded me of a popper that I paid $20 for. Dang it.
Which one?
It's called the Splash It, and that was a while back. But he's right.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good looking one. I like the transition there.
Yeah.
These are amazing. They look, I mean, they all look great.
Oh. It's got a lot of rattle.
Yep.
And I've stuck my hand a million times. So I know they're sharp. Let's see. Here's one more. Then we're going to jump right into the... And then I'm going to give it all away.
You're going to make me eat my...
Ow.
Oh, that's a good looking frog. I like that. I love that hook on top like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is an interesting concept right there. It's kind of like a Ned.
It's kind of like a Ned,
Yeah.
but wireless. Or
Yep.
sorry.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah. We
Weedlet. Yeah.
Thank
there
you.
we go.
Mm.
I mean, that the body of the frog is very detailed and looks nice as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So far, I'm showing you one brand. It just showed up
Maybe
today.
my words again, ain't you?
No. Okay. Here's where it all falls apart. Ugh. Let's see. My Walmart.
See, they're talking about the popper and the lipless, but that soft plastic, that little swim bait, that really caught my eye.
That soft plastic is my favorite from this brand. And
It's like a joint. I'd be curious to see. See, first, normally I'd be just like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!" But after throwing the Hellraiser,
sure.
I can't rule out anything that I think might be ridiculous because until I see the action in the water, it could really pop. You just don't know. I mean, but
So here's the weird thing about this bait. When I first saw it, I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But this beetle,
I want to see that in the water.
The beetle and with the lip, it's such a weird. It just moves so interesting that I was like, I've got to have it. And so I asked them to send it to me today. So these are all Lunker Hunt baits. Yes, Marty Lawson with his classified G14 clearance. Nailed it. But the Swim Bento by Lunker Hunt is the very first bait. I think it's the very first bait that they won iCast on. It's been around for a while, but these are I think this is like, these are legit. And if you haven't thrown them, you totally want, when you get some of these, I'm going to send them to you. You want to give these a try. These are so good. They're so good.
I could see me throwing that on the back of a chatterbait upside down so the paddle, keeps it from rising up.
Mm.
But that or on a ball head jig, on a drop shot. I mean, I would probably clip the tail to make it more drop shotty, but I mean the design of the bait itself, I can see that on a swim jig. I mean, so many. That is a good looking, live looking bait. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm kind of surprised. That looks really good.
Oh, Debo wants to know if we're talking about the spider, Burley's favorite bait of all time. And the answer is no, we're not talking about the spider. But here, let me show you another one that we're talking about. This is I mean, it might as well be a spider. It's a roach.
Yeah.
I haven't tossed this one before, but I mean, it's gonna have the same movement as the spider. It's gonna have. I can't imagine that it's much different.
I mean, I could see those coming across the top of water around pads and whatnot and drawing the
Sure.
attention of a bass. I mean,
I think you got to just get past the fact that you're throwing a roach.
yeah.
But then again, for me, it's the same when every time I watch someone with a Spro mouse or something, I'm like, all right, if someone's gonna throw a mouse,
Well, it's like last year when all the cicadas were out, and
Right.
I would sit there and watch the bass just nail those things. As soon as they fall off the tree into the water, the bass were just loading up. So I mean, I get it.
anyway, I don't know. So, wow, I actually love my prop turtle. I just removed the trailer hook. You're the first person I've ever heard say that. I mean,
Good looking bunch of baits though.
yeah, look at this. Someone just hit me up.
Oh yeah.
T-Rex. All right, so Gramps, let's oh, they just hung up. Oh my God, call back in. You just hung up on Gramps. It's so wrong. So wrong. I had two people on the line, they hung up. All right, let's talk about winter fishing. You don't do much of it, right?
So I mean, realistically, it's about around here. It all depends. Sometimes we get hard water, and I'm not going to go play on the ice. But sometimes, there are spillways below a dam or two where I can go and maybe try to get some casts in. I've done some late December videos. I've done some. It just depends on what kind of winter we have.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year it's going to hammer us pretty bad. Um, like I said, I was out and had 3/4 of an inch of ice just at the boat dock going out. But I was lucky enough when I was going through that a boat had already launched. So I was able to kind of break the ice back up to get out to the open water. But I mean, realistically, up here, I mean, it's the Midwest, it's just like a 50-50. Sometimes you can be ice fishing. A lot of times, you're just taking a break, and I'll see you in February or March.
Sure. What okay, so when you're fishing in the winter, what's your go-to bait?
Jerk bait.
Suspending jerkbait. Any specific
Yep.
one?
And I say that because a friend of mine, they're actually in KBF, they're doing the state challenges. And normally in Indiana, you don't see anybody do them in December, January, or February. But 4 people actually signed up, and 2 of them are actually fishing. And they're putting up, I mean, they've got to be freezing out there, sitting in a kayak in the middle of winter. But one of the guys put up one of the biggest fish of the year in Indiana like last weekend while it was, water temps are in the 30s. But I know he's throwing a jerk bait, so that's why I say that too, because that's just one of those things. If you can find them and figure out, he said they're not feeding, but like maybe for an hour or so they turn on. He says, but if you're there, you're going to catch them. And so the jerk bait is the thing.
Right on. All right. Speaking of jerk baits, I think this guy likes to throw jerk baits. So we're going to take a call from him, and we're going to see what he has to say. Hello, sir.
What's up, Rick? It's Ralph.
How you doing, man?
Alrighty. What's up, Gramps?
Yeah, hey.
So awesome to see you on the show.
So how you doing, man?
Well, it was like a really bad delay. No, it was like a bad delay. No, doing good. How you guys doing tonight?
Talking about fishing, wishing I was fishing.
Yeah, same boat. It's so cold here. I drove by the boat earlier to make sure there wasn't any rain sitting on the cover and shed a tear as I drove by the storage lot.
Oh yeah. I was hoping it would be warmer down
But
your
I
way
get
so I
all-
could come visit, but you know it's still cold down there too. You're only 90 minutes away.
And the bottom fell out tonight. It's gonna be like 20s and 30s the next
Ooh.
week.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's coming. I've been watching the radar. I was like, here it comes the cold again.
That's
Yeah. So I took your advice. Keep all of the tackle out of the boat. It's all over the living room, the rods, the tackle. Not a lot of stuff.
Do you have
you have a little bit of stuff and a couple of rods.
do you have an off season like typical routine that you go through?
So last year, I burned a lot of the winter time off because I was in charge of my Army unit's military funeral honors team. So we traveled around Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia doing military funerals for veterans and soldiers that passed away from January to the end of February. And then the Classic came up in March, and then it was back to fishing. So that was cool to do, for lack of a better term. And then it burned off a lot of that time. But this year, a new group of guys are taking charge of it, and I'm the shadow governor, just kind of helping them out. So I've actually been volunteering a lot in my local DFW. I know Gramps has seen a lot of the pictures and posts and stuff. So I'm helping out there, volunteering, doing the Thanksgiving dinner. And we went out to a veterans home a couple of days ago and handed out Christmas gifts that we as an agency bought for them and delivered them to the nursing home. And then sometimes at the bar, I actually help bartend and bar back and clean, stuff like that with the ladies behind the bar. We all take turns helping out. So that's been passing a little bit of time.
Yeah, are you
Tonight we actually went shopping to buy some.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was like a bad delay. I'm sorry. So,
Yeah.
Tonight we actually went to go buy some more stuff for another veterans home center here. So we went out to Walmart, which is any Walmart in Kentucky is a traumatic experience, no matter what time of day you go. I don't know what some people leave the house wearing, thinking they look okay with, but that's another discussion.
What when you're buying stuff at Walmart for the vets like that, are you just buying like everyday necessities, or is it specific stuff?
Yeah, it's a good mixture. So they're allowed to make lists of ones that are of able mind and sound mind, and then like the workers at the home, they'll make lists for them sometimes too, because they'll know like what kind of things they want or need, and some are of sound mind and can make their own list, but others are, failing. We walked in there. There's a couple that had Alzheimer's. There's actually 2 World War II veterans that we delivered gifts to, and I've never seen a bigger smile for a human being in my life. It was just amazing. And then unfortunately, 2 of the people we had gifts for, we hadn't been able to go in there in a couple of months because of the Omicron variant and all that stuff.
Sure.
And unfortunately, they had passed away. We didn't know till we got there. But, oh, yeah, this bag's for so-and-so. And the lady was like, oh, I'm so sorry. She passed away. And it was like a whole bag of like moon pies and Diet Dr. Pepper. So the home took it. They're going to re-gift it to other veterans in the facility. And now that things are kind of calming down again after the new year, we're probably going to be able to go in there and sit down with them and have a dinner with them. We bring near beer in. Apparently now here in Kentucky, they make near bourbon. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. So there's another World War II veteran who likes near bourbon. So we took him a bottle of that. But when all this comes down after the flu and everything, we'll be able to go in there in a little kitchen area and we set up like meals and just sit there and just talk to them. And you see, some of these people don't have any family at all. And, it's our way of giving to the community, much like Gramps and Chad do with everything, helping our own. Because one day I tell people all the time, we're going to be those old people and we're going to need somebody to look out for us and help us. So, yeah, forward.
So how would you
Yeah,
is a Monster Bass subscriber, community member, supporter? How would you like to see Monster Bass support veterans?
I think exactly like what Gramps and Matt and those guys are doing with like fishing tournaments and stuff. I was just talking to some people today, and so many people ran to the outdoors during COVID. If you could extract anything good out of COVID, for at risk of offending someone, but if you could extract anything good out of COVID, it sent a lot of people to the outdoors. People rediscovered outdoors. They discovered the outdoors, or a combination of the two, and found things that they'd never done before. Everyone's cooped up playing video games and doing other things in life, or the club and bar scene. Gramps could tell you in my 20s in the Army, that's all we ever did. I could drink anyone under the table, but at 38, hangovers are a little rougher.
I hear you.
So you got to find those things, those other things to do. But like doing like these veteran tournaments, and the app is definitely great because that allows everyone to connect and talk. And then like if you could, like next year, like I talked to you about before, with this kids fishing derby that we do in the spring, that gets so many kids into the outdoors. And just like, some of them have never had tackle or rods before, but they started following because of COVID and YouTube, and of course the whole Guggen Squad following brought a lot of people in, or any YouTuber for that matter brought a lot of people in, and it gets these kids out. And the smile on these kids' faces last year was just amazing. And there was everything from kids who knew exactly what they were doing to a mom who walked up to me with a Barbie rod still in the plastic and was like, "I have no idea how to do this. Can you tie this up for me?"
Yep.
And these kids are catching little bluegill, a couple small catfish, and they were just over the moon. They weren't stuck behind a phone staring at an app or something. So anything that gets like out in that community will help. And then, with suicides and PTSD, it's just getting people out, getting people with other people, like-minded people helps. Because, not a knock on anyone, but a lot of people just can't understand the things that we in the military can. I could tell multiple stories and probably get emotional about them.
Sure.
But when I'm out on the water, I can let go of some of that stuff. And then I always tell people I wear a bracelet for a buddy of mine who's killed on my 30th birthday back in 2009. And when I go out and do stuff like that, I'm doing it for him. I'm living in his memory.
Sure.
Because he wouldn't want us to sit around and be sad. So it's like, go out and enjoy life, because you never know when it's going to end. And enjoy it for them. And, a small way, if you're a spiritual person, they're right there with you while you're doing it.
Fair enough. Love it. Appreciate the reflection.
Like I said, it's awesome to hear the passion that you have about it. And Gramps knows. We talked, I'm sure you sure tell the story, or we went fishing, what was that, Gramps, a couple months ago? And we stopped fishing, and I in my boat chasing him and Matt around on the lake, and then we just sat in the middle of the lake for like 30 minutes doing circles, just talking.
It's great. Yeah, I'd love to be able to schedule a bunch of meetups around the country in 2023, and like just be able to invite like whoever wants to show up. Just get together, good times, good conversation. Good excuse to get outdoors and get away from like all the stresses of life.
Just break out the barbecue grill.
Yeah. So.
But like, it's so awesome. So I went through the drinking and partying phase, which is, typical of, military, arguably. And then in the video game phase, Call of Duty and all that stuff and Grand Theft Auto. And then it's just like, I remember one day I was like sitting around like, it's a sunny, bright day outside. Why am I sitting in the house? This is dumb. And I've been with the itty bitty small flambeau tackle box, and now it's a 20-foot bass boat. Not sure how that happened, but hey.
There you go. Well, listen, thank you so much for calling in, man. And if I don't talk with you, I hope you have a really happy holiday.
I hope you do the same. Definitely, yeah. If you ever come down this way, let me know. I'll come up to where Gramps is, or he can come down here. We'll definitely do something. We're gonna fish together anyway next year, I'm sure. So
yeah, Freedom Squad's gonna be getting together and doing some stuff too. So you got that right.
Right on, man.
Oh yeah, go back to the bluegrass.
Yeah, we'll hit bluegrass. I'll bring you up to some other places too, and we'll have some fun. That's for sure.
So.
Definitely, can't wait.
All right, man.
Let the show. I've rambled enough.
We'll talk with you later.
All right, later, guys.
All right, bye-bye. All right.
All right, later, brother.
So for everybody that's watching for the first time and listening, tell everyone what the Freedom Squad is.
So Freedom Squad is a group, and it's kind of like our fishing fam, but it started out when my brother, my buddy Matt, who is OEF5 on Twitch, and myself, we met up in our kayaks. It was Matt's birthday, and we went over to one of the state forests that's not too far, and we were just out chasing some bass. But it was his birthday, and we were just going to dedicate ourselves to have a whole good old time. But 3 Army veterans, and he was streaming on Twitch, and somebody in his live stream said, "Oh, hey, 3 Army veterans must be the Freedom Squad."
Love
and
it.
we were like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, we're just going to stick with that." So it is, it's just a group of folks, and not all veterans, because the group is expanded. One guy is the son of a son of a veteran. My youngest son has now joined up with us and gone and fished with us and has joined the Freedom Squad, as has Ralph, Mr. Army Outdoors. But the 3 founders, if you will, are me, my brother, and our buddy Matt. So we encourage everybody to join along, and we just plan on doing some basic get-togethers. Just encourage people to come out and fish, whether we're gonna throw some kayaks in a pond or fish from the bank, or Matt will bring his smoker and we'll throw some meat on the
Ooh, I like that.
some meat on it and have a good time. So yeah,
I get down with that idea. That's a good one.
oh yeah. We actually, we took since we all went to the national championship for the kayak bass fishing national championship, we made up some jerseys and went down and did that. And Matt took his drum smoker with us, and he smoked up some chicken and brats and all kinds of good stuff. And then when we went down to Chad Hoover's place for Veterans Day weekend, he put his big smoker on the back of the truck and hauled it down there to Huntsville, Alabama. And he and his wife were smoking up the goods. I mean, it was amazing.
I'm down with that. Anytime I get to fire up the smoker, I'm excited. So.
Oh yeah.
All
and
right.
when you have a smoker that's big enough that has its own trailer,
Yeah.
that you're pulling behind the truck, you know what's going on.
Totally. Well, this next caller's got some smokers. Let's see what he has to say. What's going on, man?
Not much, buddy. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Just, talking about fishing, talking about smokers.
Yeah, I hear that. I think Gramps has been standing too close to the smoker the way he's a saucy little red over there.
Yeah.
It's just the way I always look. Looks like I'm always, with the sunglasses, and always looks like I have raccoon eyes.
It happens. That's what happens when we fish. That glare gets all crazy all over us white guys.
Yeah.
I spent 30 minutes in the sun. I look like a lobster.
So you still fishing T-Rex?
Yeah, you're. Oh yeah, I got a tournament on the 1st. They call it the Hangover Tournament. It usually gets like 40 boats or so. We'll be up at Pine Flat Lake here in California.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you guys definitely have the weather for it. I understand it though.
Yeah. Well, we've been pre-fishing a little bit, and with all the rain we've had, lakes actually came up about 12 feet in the last 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So it's going to make things interesting.
12 feet?
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So what happens when the
Yeah, we've been pulling them. Go ahead.
What happens when the water when the water rises that much? That's got to change. Like that's got to make the lake so like throw everything out the door or out the window that you previously knew about it. Now it's all different.
Oh, yeah. And it's actually, the water temperatures actually rise up. It was hovering right around 50 to 52. When we went out last Monday, the water temperature was up like 2 degrees. Water was up 12 to 13 feet. And then, along the edges, from the wash down off the mountains and stuff, the water's pretty cloudy. So where we're catching them is 15, 20 foot deep, right at that borderline where the cloudy water meets the clear water. We're just smashing them through there.
So how does that change your approach going into the tournament?
Well, I'm off the whole week between Christmas and New Year, so we'll pre-fish. I'm going to pre-fish Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to go to LA and see some friends.
Thursday the what?
The Thursday between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, I know. What's the date, T-Rex, that you're showing up at my house?
I'll
look it up. Have you cleared this all with Rafi?
29th.
The 29th.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Okay. I'm supposed to be back the 29th. Supposed to be back the 29th,
throwing
T-Rex.
in the water out there when it's like 50 like that, because I would kill to throw an A-rig or some big glide baits in water temps like that this time of year. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Well, believe it or not, I mean, we do good with the A-rig. You can never go wrong with the A-rig. And the way I'm doing the A-rig right now with the water being cloudy is I'm letting it drop all the way to the bottom. And I'm working it slow to where I'm almost bouncing it off the bottom because all the fish are suspended down on the bottom. So I'm basically working it like a jig, just a little bit faster. And instead of putting the hooks on the bottom, I put them on the top because they're actually coming straight across on it because it's coming right at them. So that's working really well. And then I've also been using the shaky heads from Monster Bass with a green trickster worm and been slaying them there. And then you can never go wrong with the jerk bait, deep diving jerk bait this time of year.
Yep.
Right on.
Oh, I would kill for 50. Yeah. But yeah, I understand 100%.
Well, maybe we should.
I just got to drive 2.5 hours west to get to it. But yeah, I get it.
Or Gramps, couldn't we put you on? Let me guess, you don't fly either, right?
I mean, yeah. When I'll be flying to Tampa.
Okay. Well, maybe we should get you on a plane and get you out to the California Delta sometime. And we'll do some fishing.
That'd be fun. That would definitely be fun.
Delta, Clear Lake.
Because of where I work, as long as I know far enough ahead of time,
yeah,
and I can put in my leave request, then I'm set. But yep.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right, guys, hold on just a second. I'm getting a lot of text messages about some golden tickets. So, all right, guys, pull out your golden tickets. If this is your first time calling, I'm going to call out some numbers. You've got an individually numbered golden ticket in your box. And if I call it out, email me at marketing@monsterbass.com, and you'll win some great stuff. Now, I owe 2 people, and I've spoken with you both. 2 people. I've got boxes coming to you. They'll ship this week. Actually, they'll ship on Saturday morning because I got to pack them up. I got to do all the work. It's tough being me. All right. First number 08321-14070-13449. You've got one of those numbers. Score. And away we go. All right. Wow, we got 2 calls from DC, 1 from New York. Oh, good stuff. All right, BC, you're waiting on your first box. I'm excited for you. Hopefully it's coming soon. Don't worry. Make sure you check these numbers. Your cards are good for as long as you're sitting around. So if I call them, make sure you email me. Marty Lawson's on hold. He's the second caller. Oh, my God, he's been waiting 20 minutes. 80 people watching and only 46 likes. It's probably because I'm on the camera. I need to get some pretty girls. We get some pretty girls here, and then we might get some more likes. I kid you not. I was talking with you guys. I was talking with a marketing agency that wants to help me with TikTok, and he's like, "Listen, here's my suggestion." I kid you not, and you got to get one of those girls in the bikinis that and have her fishing, and we make ads out of it. And I'm like, oh God. So we just stereotype every female angler. And I said to the guy, I'm like, I can't do that. I said, then I'm no better than all the other companies in Florida that literally leverage that for everything they have. It's like, want to sell a cooler? Get a girl in a bikini.
Yep.
No,
you're negating every quality stick.
Yeah.
Who's a lady?
Totally.
By just and I get it. I mean, I if I do like a search on Instagram and I swipe down, it's nothing but bikinis and fishing poles, and it's like, come on. Totally. I know so many awesome lady anglers out there that would just tear people up.
Sure.
And they do it legit. They catch their fish. They take and I see it on YouTube too. I see the same thumbnail of some guy with his wife in front of him, and it's a half a booty shot in a boat, and it's like, I don't care what the video is going to be about. If that's how you get people to click your videos, I'm not interested in what you have to say.
Fair enough.
But that's me.
I have an idea.
Got some 14, 15, 18-year-old, and that's how they're going to buy their baits. Whatever.
Hold on. BC, I saw in the comments you've been on hold 23 minutes. Hold on just a little bit more. You're next, I promise. But, I remember back in the day when like social media first started, there was a girl named Brooke Thomas. And this young girl was, smoking hot, beautiful body, always fishing a bikini. But she was such a talented stick. And I told her too, because at the previous company that shall not be named, we used to put out a magazine in the box, and I put her on the cover, and I said, I just want you to know I'm not going to put you in the cover on a bikini because it's just I feel like it's doing you a disservice. And then I said, you've got to be more than just like this hot girl because you're such a good stick and you know how to fish. Your grandfather taught you all this stuff. And I kept fighting for all this stuff. And then what happens? Lo and behold, Fishing Tackle Retailer goes and puts cami cakes on the cover in a bikini. Do you guys remember when that happened? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. We're trying to legitimize the sport, and you yourselves go and do this, you idiots. It was such a messed up day when they did that.
Yep.
Anyway. T-Rex.
Yeah, I can send some outfits to Gramps, and he can make TikTok videos for you.
100%.
I do a lot for Relay for Life for cancer, and every year I raise money, and I let my biggest donator pick what I wear. So one year I went as Elvis Presley. I called him Fat Elvis.
Uh-huh.
I went 1 year. I had a Hawaiian lady that donated a couple thousand, so she dressed me up in a hula skirt with a coconut bra and a big old headdress. I could send that one to Gramps.
Yeah.
I think he'd look good in that one.
We could just bust out
I had a lady.
Outfit.
Yeah. I had a lady that donated Till Tutu with a Grumpy Cat shirt and all kinds of different stuff she wanted me to wear. But, I could see Gramps or myself, both of us are getting together and making some crazy TikTok videos for you.
Yeah,
it'd be about the comedy. You know what I mean? Make it funny.
Oh
I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
the golden tickets are right there. I know,
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
the
you know.
commenting. The
Yeah,
golden tickets are right there.
Yeah, Trevor, they're right. There's 3 of them right at the top. 13449-14070 and 08321. I'll call some more, but I figured I should get
That's
to
them right there.
I should get to my Washington D.C. callers before we do another golden ticket.
I'm glad somebody out there got my Rikishi
All
joke.
right. Well,
Rikishi, I know Rikishi. So,
I'll-
and this guy
Well,
on
I
the
know-
phone
I know
definitely
Rikishi
knows
well.
Rikishi.
See, I can't believe he didn't say
No.
anything.
Yeah. Dude, did you guys
No,
watch?
yeah, I heard you, but-
Speaking of wrestling, did you guys watch the rise and fall of Vince McMahon?
not yet.
My son
I've been
has.
so busy.
Oh
I
my God,
can't.
it's so good. It's so good. Anyway,
That would be an interesting one.
So, well, let me jump off here because I know you got a bunch of people waiting, and I don't want them to get impatient and start yelling at me. So,
all right. Before you go, what are
if we
you
have a-
what are you making for the holidays?
well, you know, Christmas I always do steak, lobster, twice baked potatoes, homemade macaroni and potato salad, and homemade rolls. I think the wife said she might even cook up a green bean casserole. So we do turkey for Thanksgiving. We do steak and lobster for Christmas. I call it the California Christmas.
Love it. Love it, my friend. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Well, we will talk to you next week or the week after,
No, I'll talk to you the next week.
if not before.
You got it.
All right.
All right, man. Bye.
Later, Gramps.
Later, buddy.
All right. This guy's been waiting 27 minutes. I almost hit the drop button. That would have sucked. Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going, man? Who is this?
My name's BC. I live in Eastern North Carolina.
Right on. Right on. First time on the show?
Yes, sir. First time on the show. I just subscribed to the box. I'm new to this whole thing, so I saw that you guys were live tonight. Figured I'd check it out and get involved in any way I can.
Right
I'm
on.
an avid bass fisherman. And, I love to fish. It's cold here, but I'm still fishing, and still I can't stop.
What's your PB?
My PB's 5 1/4.
Nice.
Nothing too big, but I'm living out here in Eastern North Carolina, and these guys are.
Pounds is a lunker. I mean, it's not every day that I mean, it's.
That's right.
Yeah.
A 5-pounder is nothing to sleep at, no matter where you're at in the country.
Yeah. Listen,
These guys are- I'm from the north.
Go ahead, man. Sorry, we have a delay. Go
I'm
ahead.
from the north. I'm from the north. I'm from New Hampshire originally. I lived up there most of my life, so I've been living down here for a couple of years now, and I'm just now getting back into bass fishing, and now it's kind of like there's so many other species down here in the waters down here because it's brackish water, it's salt water mixed with fresh. It's really weird, and if anyone out there has any tips or experience with this type of fishing and this type of water, I'm definitely all ears because it's a whole different ball game down here. They got some fish in these waters that are about half the size of my body, and I'm just waiting to pull one of them in on my kayak.
Nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear another kayak angler. I always love hearing that.
Yes, sir. I just bought a new one actually. It's coming in for Christmas. Can't wait.
What'd you get?
It's these new style. They go for about $1,000 just for the kayak, and then you add all the features and stuff. You got a trolling motor and stuff. It's basically made of all plastic, and it's the way that it's designed. It's made so it doesn't tip. I believe it's a Free Fishing Company. It's like 3 different companies I had to deal with it, but it's kind of a newer version of the kayak that they've already had out for a while. But the thing, you can stand up on it and you're not tipping over. I saw a video with like 3 big guys on it and they still didn't tip over. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. So
Right on.
like I said, I'm
That's
kind of
really
new
cool.
back into this.
kayak bass fishing is growing and growing. I mean, it's it's really over the last few years really taken off, and the boats get a little better every year. And it just gets so many more people on the water because they're truly affordable. If you've got $350 or you're fishing in a kayak like I am, it's just one of those things where you can start and work your way up. But anybody can pick one up, and they're easy to haul, whether you have a car, a truck, minivan, whatever. You can get them around and get to all kinds of different waters, and it just opens up a whole new world of bass fishing.
For sure. Got to keep an eye out for them alligators out here in the water moccasins.
Yeah.
What's your go-to bait?
Well, right now I'm using some swim baits and stuff. I really, like I said, it's a totally different ball game down here, so I got to really change up my lures. I really having a tough time, honestly, right now, catching fish. I don't know. I'm going through a spurt right now of just having some off days, but I can't fish very often right now because of work and stuff, and it gets dark so early now.
Yeah.
And not really a big fan of night fishing, so the weekends are really my only, weather permitting, it's my only time to get out there and do any fishing. So, but I'm hitting some swim baits right now. I'm trying to get into these spinner baits, and really, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm an amateur YouTuber myself. I've got lots of plans to start a podcast and a YouTube channel and stuff, and just really get into this stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of following a bunch of guys on YouTube and just really learning and really just thinking in as much knowledge as I can right now and just trying to put it into use.
Right on.
Be sure, if you haven't yet, go out to kayakbassfishing.com and join. They have a free membership. But what that will do is also get you into some Facebook groups, because everybody thinks that the KBF is all about like pro tournaments and all that. No, there's actually a fun side of KBF where you do challenges and stuff like that. And the reason why I say that is that gives you an opportunity maybe to meet some other people that are in your area that you can hook up with and fish with, and maybe they can clue you in a little faster and help you, get on the bass a little faster when they can help you adjust. You know what I mean?
For sure. What was the name of that?
Kayakbassfishing.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out for sure. But this time off of fishing is
Monster Bass videos on here from Chad Hoover. He's the head dog over kayakbassfishing.com, and he's one of the pioneers Gene. He's one of the pioneers like Gene Jensen, the fluke master, when it comes to kayak fishing, for sure.
For sure. Awesome. All
right.
Well, I can't wait to get back out there. This time off of not being able to fish, I've done a lot of, let's say, Christmas and holiday shopping. I got about 3 poles and combos coming in the mail.
Nice.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Right on. Well, listen.
I appreciate what y'all are doing, and look forward to checking some more of this stuff out as time goes by. I can't wait to get my box in. I just signed up for
the boxes that are getting ready to hit. You're going to be seeing all the good stuff coming over the next few months. It's going to be awesome.
No, I signed up for the renewal thing too, so I got my first box, and then I got the 3-month thing. So.
Right on.
You're going to get some of the best boxes of the year with that, so that's good.
So.
Awesome. All right, guys, I appreciate your time.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Have a great night.
You too.
Take care.
Let's go to the Pentagon. Hello?
Hello, sirs. How you doing? Gramps, Rick, how's your evening going?
Better now.
Good.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, a couple things I want to do is BC, that new guy that just got in here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to turn around and I'm gonna put some money into the kitty to buy him a platinum mystery box. Rick, if you can make that happen, I'll dump the money in the chat here in a minute.
Oh.
Can you make that happen? I want to get that guy. I want to get him super interested in monster bass. So I'm willing to pony up the funds to buy him a platinum mystery box. Can you make that happen, Rick?
I can. Here's my suggestion. First of all,
Okay.
thank you. I think that's beautiful. But I want you guys to know that YouTube takes half of your money when you donate it. So if you really want to do something like that, I would suggest. What's the best?
You guys have gift cards? Can he get a gift card?
Yeah,
on
that's
the
true.
score
You
for
could
him?
just buy a gift card and give it to him. Or,
Send you my Venmo.
yeah, that's true. You could just Venmo it and then tell me who it's for, and then I could take care of it. Why don't you and I talk and we'll figure out how to make this happen? We got to find a better way than giving half the money to YouTube, because what you guys are doing is really nice.
'Cause, I donate. I donate to Monster Bass pretty much every chat I'm on, because I like that you do stuff for the veterans. And if they're taking half the money, we need to do something different. Because now I have another idea to help support the veterans. I'm thinking every live chat, we turn around and figure out a way that, whether it's gift cards or boxes or something, that, we got good people in these chats, and we ought to be able to figure out a way that on every chat, we have a way that we can put money in a pot that gets to you, Rick, so that you can go and just, send boxes to veterans. I think, I think that's something that we could do. Because like I said, we got a lot of good people in the chat, and people are willing to do this. And I just think doing something like that would be a great idea.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm trying to think of. I used to work with a group in a previous company, and I would send them a lot of boxes. I mean, I think you're right. We have a lot of great people in this chat, a lot of smart people, and I think it'd be great to really have a concerted effort, because what I think is me doing one thing, Gramps doing another thing, someone else doing another thing. It's all great, but I feel like the collective working together can do so much more. And so that's what I really want to try and figure out, because I've been thinking a lot about okay, what percentage of every bait that Monster Bass sells, of the Monster Bass branded baits, can I donate? Is it a quarter a bait? Is it $1 a bait? I don't know. But I'd like to do something. But then it comes down to, okay, we get the money, but how are we going to put it into action? Right? Because it's got to go into action, or else we're just a bunch of talk.
Yep.
And
right. Okay. So how about this, Rick? How about this?
Yeah.
So you have Gramps and you have T-Rex, and they do these tournaments for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what we do is figure out a way to get a pot together that, people can donate into that pot, and then however much money is gathered up at that time, you figure out how many boxes that would equate to, and you send it to the tournament free of charge, that these guys can give out to the vets that they're supporting in their tournament. It'd also be good for marketing too, just saying.
Yeah.
But
no, I get it.
Let's set up a donation spot. Yeah, T-Rex is saying set up a donation spot on the website. That'd be good. Monster Bass boxes for vets on your website. People can donate money, and then you figure out what boxes you can get together and send it. That way, if you work with people like Gramps and T-Rex that are doing legitimate tournaments, then you can take whatever money's in that pot right there and send boxes to that tournament for them to give out to the vets.
What you do,
What do you think?
is following along with that, because I was getting ready to suggest something similar. And since you're going to have a pot, let's say that we have a veterans beginner bass box. You have me, you have Oklahoma's Worst Angler, you have all your vets that are part of the Monster Bass crew get together, put together a little box, and you know, it can be simple. It could be like a chatterbait or a spinnerbait, you know, some stick baits that you might be coming out with, stick baits, and you know, for wacky, you know, the basic stuff that anybody can throw on a spinning rod if they're brand new to fishing. And you know, we talk about tournaments and whatnot, but these are going to be more gatherings, to get-togethers, you know,
Sure.
just having fun. But if you had a pool of boxes like that, then you know, we can hand those to somebody that's brand new to fishing. They've got a little guide, just like you do, that you know, if they don't catch anything that day, they take that guide in that box home with them, and they maybe work it out and learn a little more on their pond. But you also have a spot on the website where somebody can buy that box and have it shipped to a friend or somebody they know, and you know, use that. It's, you know, their way of reaching out and doing, you know, and shooting something to a veteran that they might know. You know what I'm saying? Or we, you know, we talk a lot about the veterans, but I also like to focus a lot on what, like Chad Hoover says, our homeland heroes, because we know there's a lot of people over the last few years. We've had a lot of wars going on. We had, somebody called it the beer virus the other day, and it took me a minute to, oh yeah, I get it. And you know, so you've got a lot of first responders, firefighters, nurses, you know, everybody's kind of wore out. And
Yeah.
just getting those guys outside and doing something, you know, different. I just say we put together a specific box that's like for beginners, and you know, like they said, if they want to pool in a bunch of money to donate to events that we may host, or if they know a veteran that they would like to send one to for Christmas, you know, as a way to get them to get up and get outside and go do something a little different. That would be really cool. And then we, you know, drop links in there and have them join Monster Bass Nation, which, by the way, just went over 1,000 members today.
Wow. We should do a giveaway.
Wow. Very cool. Yeah. Hey, you know, Gramps, you're doing great with the website, with, you know, Facebook and everything, and I think it's just fantastic. And I just keep trying to come up with ideas. You know, Rick asked me a couple of questions during the chats and stuff of things that we can do, and I think you know, if we can do something like that, you know, Rick, you're the man of the hour right now, trying to figure this stuff out and how best to do it. But you know, if we can throw suggestions out there for you, because you know, it all ends up on your lap, Rick, as to how to do it best. And you know, I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there. You know, I think it's great. And I think, Rick, you and I have messaged before, I think, and I think you might even have my number.
I do.
Yeah, you can give me a call anytime.
Yeah.
But you know, you mentioned Vince McMahon, and I'll tell you, I remember as a kid watching some scrawny Vince McMahon on the wrestling shows with, you know, like Chief J Strongbow and
Sure.
and some Haystack Calhoun and those guys.
Yeah.
And I remember when Vince McMahon was some scrawny kid, it looked like he was about 14 years old.
Right.
Had no muscles or anything. Now you look at him and yeah, big difference. He's come a long way.
Yeah, listen, I mean, that's my entire childhood. I mean, I'm surprised my brother's not in a wheelchair, because I used to jump off the couch, and I'd put him in the figure 4 leg lock. I would, you know, you name it, we did it. And it gives me great memories to think about, like, wrestling and like just how good it used to be. And now I watch it and I'm like, oh, it's so bad. I can't even watch it anymore. It's almost as bad as watching Ric Flair right now.
Oh, yeah.
So sad.
Yep.
Anyway, listen, Marty, like, these are all really good ideas, and they give me a lot to think about, because I realize that I have a platform that I can use for whatever I want, and I know what I want to use it for. It's more about how, and it's the execution piece is the key. And so, like, I have a notebook, and I have probably like 10, 15 pages of just like literally nonstop, like, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Here's how we do it. And I'm almost ready to share it, because I do want I do want feedback because, I'll be the last person to tell you that I think I know exactly what I should do. I don't, because as I sat here today and I'm listening to feedback and watching some of this stuff, I think that there's a lot of great ideas, and I know I can't do it alone. I think that having guys like, the two of you and some of the other guys in the chat, I think we can, if we can create a framework, we can execute on it as long as we're sharing in a common goal. And I think that helping people and getting boxes in people's hands for everyone, whether it's just first responders, or sorry, what was the phrase used? Homeland heroes. Yeah, like I would love to be able to do something. And so you guys have given me a lot to think about, and I think we should definitely, we could do an entire show on this. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the opportunities are essentially endless as to what you can do. It's just, you got to kind of find the right way to do it and allow people to donate and things like that. It's almost like you would be a hub.
Sure.
And being able to go out to these different things, I'm not even unboxing my December box because, I got a local guy here. He's active duty military. He's pouring soft plastic out of his garage. He's trying to get a little business going, and he likes to have me go to the shows because, I'm definitely not an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
I get people enticed in what's going on, but I'm going to sit there and have your box on the table with me and say, hey, for people that are just starting out or whatever, this is a great way to go, blah, blah, blah. And I just think having stuff like that there, and especially the shows that I go to around here, are loaded with vets,
Mm-hmm.
loaded with active duty military, loaded with first responders.
Sure.
So, this area is just perfect for that because we have so many here in the DC area. So I'm going to kind of carry the torch a little bit for you in a little bit of marketing here on my end for you, just like I got a YouTube video I'm putting out tomorrow about, last minute Christmas gifts that they can either jump on the Monster Bass site or they can pick up Monster Bass boxes off of Amazon for last minute Christmas stuff. And I know my family members down in Alabama, they were snatching up Monster Bass boxes for Christmas gifts for other people in the family.
I appreciate that.
So there's lots that we can do, and yeah, give me a call anytime to discuss this. And I'm the good idea fairy. I like to throw stuff out there and then let someone else manage it, but I'll do my part and help you out as much as I can.
I appreciate that. And I want to let you know that the gentleman, the father that was on the show last week,
Right.
Ronnie
We got him the box.
Kyer. Yeah, I want you to know his order just processed like 4 minutes ago. So he's getting that box.
Perfect.
So.
That's what we like to see. At least you take action on it. A lot of other people wouldn't do that, but you're good for it, Rick. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support.
And Gramps, sorry I didn't have a question, but I guess the question I can ask you is, did you get to try out the new rods? Because I got two coming.
I did a first look at it. I didn't get a chance to fish it because honestly, my brother is going to fish with it. I've got a whole bunch of other, it's like I told Rick, I got a whole bunch of other rods and reels that I'm reviewing right now with my other primary, sponsor. And, but I did like the fit and finish of it. And one of the only rods in that price point that I've seen that has the reel seat nut cap covers the screws all the way down, like the higher end Dobbins Ecstasy series. Their champion line doesn't even have that. You have to go up into the $300 rod to have that that cap right there. And while it seems like nothing, those of us who ride our finger right in front of the bait caster, because we either ride the line over our finger or that's just where we naturally hold it, having that little area be smooth is nice, because then it doesn't tear up the bottom of your finger. And it's just one of those little things, but that's what makes the lunker stick. It's just one of the added features to it too. So you don't see that in many rods in that price point. So I had to give big kudos for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, saw your brother said that you're going to be heading down to Gunnersville in the spring. I'd love to know when you're going. My brother-in-law has a place right down there on the lake. It's probably 200 yards from a public boat landing. So I'm right there, and he has a beautiful dock, and he's renovating his entire house. So, if you want to hook up, let me know when you're down there.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on my lives or my Instagram. We'll talk about it, because Hoover has moved the kayak bass fishing headquarters down there, and the reason why I keep talking about him tonight is because he and I are going to be doing a lot of things this year. I'm going to be part of his live stream. We're doing the whole weight loss thing too, but the Catch 22 challenge and the other stuff for raising funds for our homeland heroes, that we're going to expand even more on that. But we're going to get into a lot of what he used to call boondoggles, just get-togethers, having fun, camping, and not being so serious about tournament fishing and all that too. Getting back to what makes kayak bass fishing fun, or even if you like to bank fish, we're going to get back to the fun side of what we love to do.
Right, roger that. And yeah, if you're ever in the Virginia area, let me know, because we got some great reservoirs around here, and the kayak guys just absolutely love them. They're tearing it up right now because no one else can get their John boats in the water because the water level's so low. But yeah, anytime you're in this area, Gramps, yeah, more than happy to have you here. And I put that out for Rick, but Rick kind of shunned me for a little while.
Oh, you're killing me. Well,
over the next couple of years, the focus of my channel is going to be more about the adventure of bass fishing. And while I've done a lot of tackle talks and reviews and this and that, those things I'll be doing while I'm on the water. But I really want my focus in the future to be, I kind of want to be like John B in a kayak. I want to go at places and do things, meet cool people, and get more people to do the same thing.
Hey, I'll tell you, George Washington's childhood home is about 4 miles from my house, and the Civil War stuff is here. You could do a great visit to Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Well, little known fact, my brother Jeremy, I believe, was born in Quantico, Virginia, when we were stationed there when we were little. So just let that little nugget out.
Oh wow!
And when you say you believe he was born there, you're not certain?
Well, I mean, I was only 3, so I got to make sure. So yeah, I was born in Fort Gordon, Georgia. He was born in Quantico, Virginia, and my sister was born in Fort Lewis, Washington.
Oh wow! My grandmother worked at Fort Lewis, Washington.
Yep.
Marty,
all right. Hey, guys.
Hold on, Marty. Get your fish on. Wants to know what your Insta and your YouTube channel is named.
Who wants to know that? Hey, it's it's my YouTube channel is Rippin' Lips with Marty Lawson, just like my name says in the chat. I'm not running Instagram right now. I'm concentrating on doing my YouTube stuff right now. So I'll be throwing Instagram out there soon enough.
There you go. Don't worry, he's a good guy.
All right. Cool.
All right, Marty.
All right. Hey, thanks, brothers. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you. Hey, wait. What are you having for the holidays? Do you know what you're having for dinner?
I'm going to Alabama.
Okay.
So I'm from Maine, married a woman from Alabama. I'm going down to Alabama, and I know they love the way I cook down there. So Christmas Eve, we will be having baked ziti that I will be making. And then the next day they're going to be cooking pork butts, and it's going to be potato salad and beans and all that good stuff for Christmas. So that's what we'll be doing for over the holidays and in Alabama.
I love it. Have a happy holiday if I don't talk to you.
All right, buddy. You too. Are you doing a show next week?
That would be the 21st. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Jared right now because I'm still not capable of doing this myself. So I really need Jared here. So yeah, we're gonna have a show next week. We're gonna have a holiday
All right,
show.
cool. I'll be on, and I'll have my grandson sitting right there with me. He loves watching your show too. So
all right.
he watched it last time I was in Alabama.
All right, man.
All right, cool.
Talk.
Hey, have a good night, guys.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
You know, I
Just
gotta
make sure you put up your Christmas tree with the Christmas party gone bad frog.
Yeah,
Mine's
right.
Right there.
Yeah. 100%.
It's a tradition.
I gotta tell you, I'm watching the chat and I'm watching everyone naming all these wrestlers that were my childhood. And I gotta tell you, the funniest one that I've seen is Magnum TA because he was so bad, but he looked just like Magnum PI. But he was so bad.
See, I thought my Leap and Lanny Poffo one would get a good
Sure,
reaction.
Leap and Lanny. I mean, listen, all of them. I'm looking at all these. True story. I walked into so the current warehouse that we use, the current 3PL, is outside of Memphis, and I walked into it, and I met the guy for the very first time. Now you're gonna ask, first of all, you got to lose cell coverage 3 or 4 times to get to Henderson, Tennessee, and then when you get there, you can go to some diner and get a burger and fries for $2.99, and the same people have been eating there for 50 years. It was amazing. I walked into this warehouse and I look at this guy and I'm like, oh my God, this guy looks like a professional wrestler. We walk back all the way back to his office and there's this cutout cardboard thing. And sure enough, this guy is like buddies with Jerry the King Lawler, and he wrestled back in the Memphis, the wrestling, I can't remember what it was called, the Memphis South Wrestling or whatever. And then
That's the one I grew up with, yeah.
Yeah, and we spent the next 2 hours talking about wrestling. We talked nothing about like managing my inventory or shipping my orders. We talked about wrestling. He called up Jerry the King Lawler, and he goes, you want to talk to him? I'm like, yeah, of course I want to talk to him. I'm like, get him on the phone. And they start talking, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. He's like, yeah, you can talk to anyone you want. I'm like, oh my God. I was like a kid in a candy store. Anyway. Yeah, J.M. Hickman. I don't disagree with you. He was damn good. Damn.
That's my youngest.
Yeah.
He, along with my father, are wrestling fanatics.
Yeah.
I mean, I casually watch those two. You would think my youngest, who's 20, what are you, 23 now? You would think he's been watching wrestling since like the 70s. He knows everything. He has watched every old episode of everything.
Yeah.
And knows it all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I gave Rafi a directive and I said, Rafi, I said, get me a professional wrestler as a guest. Like, and the best he could do, and no disrespect to Rafi, I mean, he got me on the Georgia Bulldogs podcast. So some SEC podcast, and they had me on, and the guy also who ran the podcast also loved professional wrestling. So that's the closest we've gotten. We talked about professional wrestling on the Georgia Bulldogs podcast. It was pretty funny. My dad worked on some of Jerry Lawler's houses. Oh my God, those guys are so good. All right, this guy's been waiting 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I got to get him on the call while Gramps is going to the bathroom. What's going on, bro? I'm sorry I made you wait 40 minutes.
Almost forgot I was on the phone.
Yeah. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, brother? Not much, man. Just cooking a little dinner.
What are you cooking? Nutria?
No, actually, I went and got a nutria today. Went nutria hunting today and found some oyster mushrooms on the tree. So I'm back here frying up some redfish and oyster mushrooms.
So all those mushrooms that you're finding down in Louisiana, like they're just wild. You just find them and you just bring them back?
Yeah, they grow on mostly willow trees around here, like dead or dying willow trees. And dude, they're fantastic. There's only 3 mushrooms, edible mushrooms that I know are safe around here, and that
Golden
oyster
teachers?
mushroom. Do what?
Golden teachers?
Golden teachers.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, but yeah, man, these things are freaking delicious, dude. So every time I'm out on a boat fishing or hunting or whatever, and the mushrooms catch my eye, dude, I'll do all kind of things trying to get them. Electric tape a knife to a stick to try and get the ones that are up high.
Mm-hmm.
So daggone good.
You ever get the wrong kind of mushrooms and like end up, laying on your back staring up at the sky?
No. Nope, haven't done that.
You've never gotten some mushrooms that made you act like Rowdy Piper?
Oh no,
Love
oh,
Rowdy.
no. It's funny you talk about the wrestling, which you used to do with your brother, because me and a couple of my buddies in high school used to go out to. He had like a little canal behind his house, and we'd go out there and throw each other around, throw garbage cans at each other, and I'm just a good old wrestling dude.
Totally.
Yeah, we should have been injured by now.
Of course.
So are you in an area where you're still fishing, or are you frozen down for the winter?
Oh no, that doesn't. We don't get freezing down here.
Well, tell him who you are.
20 miles south of New Orleans.
Yeah, tell him who you are and where you live.
Yep. This is Vinny from Pelican Bone Outdoors, man. I'm 20 miles south of New Orleans, like the end of the earth in the swamp and the marshes. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I've seen snow 3 times in my life down here. So.
Right on.
Which, I mean, dude, you get snowed in and iced out, and you get the fiends for some fishing, dude. Anybody in the monster bass team is welcome. Come on down. It's fishing year round here.
Point where I'm traveling more in the winter, in the years coming down the road.
Well, what's great about here is just like that gentleman I called in earlier. You got that brackish water, so you can be bass fishing. And next cast, you're reeling in a bull red, and then the next cast, you might pick up a speckled trout during the wintertime.
That's amazing. I need to come down that way for a po' boy anyway. It's been a while.
Oh, I love po' boys. I watched the show. I watched the show where they reviewed mothers in New Orleans, and what they do with a ham is that they baste the thing in Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yep. We used to do it just Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done.
Man. You seen I got my new PB there, huh, Rick?
Meat in Coke or Dr. Pepper in a crock pot, and done pulled pork that way too. It's just let it slow simmer, and it soaks in and just falls apart.
What were you saying?
So you seen that I got my new PB?
Oh, I did. Did you send me the stuff?
Yeah. I sent it direct on that app or whatever.
Good.
Or do you need me to text it to you directly?
Yeah. I wanna have you on the show. Maybe we can set it up with next week, where we can. I'll have Jared text you in Slack, and we'll get you on the show next week, and let's review your PB. Because you got video, right?
All right. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's kind of rough. So I was actually filming for like 3 or 4 days. And the last day, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to film anymore. We're just going to fish. And that's when I hooked it. And then one of the guys that was with me, when I got it, almost to the bank, he pulled out his phone and got a little bit of video.
Oh, and there it is. There it is. Look, Gramps has got it up on the screen.
Look at that monster. Holy cow, dude. I don't know how I missed that. Whew. Man, between you and
Hannah,
you and Robbie,
yeah,
and And OC. You're just catching giants. Just giants.
Oh my God. Yeah, Robbie is the worst. Every time he posts pictures, I'm like, I hate you. Because every day he's catching something bigger than my PB. And he's literally just, it's so good.
And I need to go down in Georgia. And
It took me
fish with our
forever
boy
to get
down
that
there
thing.
because I'm just addicted to everything he posts.
For who?
Oh, how am I forgetting his name?
Yeah, now I'm forgetting it. Not Chad. It's Josh Moody.
Yes, Josh. I always want to butcher his name, but I watch his IG all the time.
Totally.
Whether he's got the dog he's mowing or he's catching tanks.
Oh my God, when
It's
he's
just like,
mowing,
there's a Georgia boy that I need to go fish with.
yeah, when he's mowing, I'm like, every time I see it, I can't help but watch it. It's like, it's so fascinating when he's doing wheelies on the lawnmower and stuff.
Yep.
Oh my God. I love that.
Rick, my buddy's they're getting their lodge pretty close to being done.
Okay.
After all the Ida garbage, but I definitely gonna let you know, and we can try and get something over here in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Let me know when that's ready.
We have any meetup planned for next year yet?
So here's the thing. So I was supposed to call Sam Moore back today. So Sam is from Moore Media, is our media guy, and he films pretty much everything. He's going to be in Florida in parts of January and February. Mikey Balls is going to be down there in January. School of Fish is coming to Okeechobee for the Bassmaster event. I'm trying to get down there at the same time. And so what I thought was maybe we could schedule something. Since there's already going to be 3 or 4 people down there, I'm sure we could get 3 or 4 more, and and then we can get Sam to film everything, just having a good time. And then he can cut it all, give it to everybody, all the footage, all the stills, and then we've got a bunch of stuff to get us through, a few months, and we all get a good time. And
yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure that out.
All right, let me know as soon as you can, and I'll work that schedule out, try and get down there.
I will, man. I will. So, all right.
All right, man. Well, it was a pleasure talking to y'all both.
Likewise.
My food's ready now, so
what do you make?
Go grab down.
What are you making for the holidays? What's for dinner?
I'm sure it's something. I caught a shot out to the marsh.
Yet to be determined. Gotcha.
Something he caught it. Yeah. Just let me take this out of the fridge and throw it in the.
All right, man. I'll talk with you later.
That's pretty much it. All right. All right. I'll take it easy.
Bye. Wow, these guys have been waiting 40 minutes. We got two more calls, and then we go straight to Brandon. Did I say Brandon or Brendan? I meant Brendan, but I think I said Brandon.
Yeah, you meant Brendan.
I met Brendan. I was thinking, you know why? Because I also owe Shannon Lee a call back. I kid you not. So one of my friends, I had this gathering at my house on Friday, and one of my friends came, and her father's Bruce Lee, obviously, and then was Bruce Lee, and obviously her brother was Brandon Lee. And I owe her a call back today. And so that's probably, I think, why I was thinking Brandon. What's that? I should date her? I don't know about that, bro.
It's moving.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
I think it would be cool.
I can tell you why it wouldn't work, Brent. I can tell you. Or Jared. All right, sorry. Jared's trying to play matchmaker right now. I don't know what he's doing. He's throwing me for a...
How cool would that be?
No. Anyways. All right. I think we've got somebody on the line.
What's up, Rick? What's up, JT?
What's up? Who is this?
Hey, this is Joe down in Alabama. Joe Drown.
What's going on, bro?
Joe, what's up, bro?
What's up, knucklehead?
No, doing great, man. So for those who don't know who Joe Drowns is, let me give you just a little. If anybody remembers from my channel when I first got back into kind of kayak fishing, and Jeremy had been in the VA domiciliary and got a visit from the great folks at Heroes on the Water, and that's really what got me started in the whole catch, photo, release, veteran advocacy kind of thing. Joe is one of the top dogs with Heroes on the Water, and also fishes where he fishes is a heck of a stick down in his neck of the woods. So yeah, man, I'm glad to hear you calling in. That's great.
Yeah, I just wanted, like I said, call in, say Merry Christmas. While I was sitting and listening, you know, everything that we're doing, not only with Heroes on the Water, but just supporting our vets. Rick,
Yep.
You're the man, brother. I appreciate everything that you do.
I appreciate you.
And then,
and when
JT,
we talk about the guys who actually get out and take the veterans fishing and do these kind of things, Joe is one of the top guys that, I mean, this is what he lives for. It's what he does. And if I could be half as effective in all of that someday, Joe is one of the guys I would want to be like. I'm telling you, he's a great man.
I greatly appreciate that, JT. You know, being the son of a vet, it was something that was really passionate to me when I first got into kayak fishing, you know, and then having great friends like you and Chad and all the other people that help me support everything that we do. Rick, you know, Rick's been really good. He's not only taking care of me being a member of Monster Bass, but he helps take care of my kayak trail that I run down here on Gunnersville. So always been super, super appreciative. And then just listening to everything tonight, I got to throw my little hat in the ring. Roxanne Perez, new women's WWE next champion.
I saw that.
That's my niece. Yeah, that's my sister's daughter. So
wait. Say that again.
Yeah, that is my sister's daughter. So she is my niece.
No way.
Yes, sir. 100%.
How do we pull some family strings and have her on as a guest?
Let me talk to my sister and let's see if we can't make that happen. I'll talk to Carly and I'll talk to my sister and we'll see what we can't make happen.
Because she just won it and beat someone that had the title for like 432 days.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I don't mess around. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's funny because we were talking about this down there when I was with him on Veterans Day.
Wow.
Just happens to be my niece.
Wow, that's amazing.
You never know who you're going to meet.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I got a guy down here that messaged me this morning, super excited because he got the email of his lunker sticks getting ready to come that he won that you gave away at our last event. So we got that. I can't wait to see it myself. And like I said, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody if we don't get a chance to talk before the holidays.
Merry Christmas. And I hope you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Yeah, I always smell what the Rock is cooking. If not, we'll make it ourselves.
Joe, I look forward to seeing you guys again in the springtime. That is for sure.
You know the door is always open down here, JT. You too, Rick. You need to come to Alabama. You're missing out, buddy.
Listen. If we're going to have a meetup, I can promise you there'll be one on Gunnersville.
Yep, you're right there next to Redstone Arsenal. Have all
Mikey Balls has a house there, and we could talk to Norby built all those little homes or something, so I'm sure we could get a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, I live 6 minutes from the closest ramp on Gunnersville. I'm right outside Scottsboro, Alabama. So
right on.
We'll get you taken care of.
All right, man.
All right, y'all have a good evening. I'll let you get to the next caller.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm not sure who Orange Everything is, but he agrees with Jared. Rick, you should date SL. She's a dime piece bro.
Okay.
Jared, we picked a heck of a day to stream this live on my Facebook. Yeah. Remember, folks, everyone watching at home, I just want to make this clear. This wasn't my idea. I never suggested it. In fact, I'm in.
I take full responsibility.
All right, good. Jared takes full responsibility. We're just gonna leave it at that at the moment because not that there's anything
Almost
wrong
like
with
it was meant to be.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I believe that Jared's trying to get me in trouble. No, you already passed it. It's orange. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Orange everything. Now, this person clearly knows me because, just so we're clear, I bleed orange. And you know, Gramps put a bit of a dagger in my heart when the show started because he talked about the Indiana Hoosiers, and it makes me think about 1987. And
yes, sir. The shot.
Yeah, like I'm having a little anxiety just thinking about like the fact that Keith Smart did that to me.
Never forget that day.
Yeah, me either. Thanks a lot for bringing it up. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
So, okay.
Now, didn't Syracuse just beat IU in soccer for the national championship?
Yeah, we did. But let's be clear.
In overtime.
You know, let's be clear. It's soccer. No
Still,
disrespect to soccer. We did. It doesn't make up for 1987 and the pain that I still feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's go to this guy's been waiting 45 minutes. And then we're going to go to anyways, let's just have this call right now. Go ahead, caller. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate you and your patience. Oh my God. He's been waiting 45 minutes. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
What's up, Gramps? What's up, Rick?
How are you?
Yeah, hey.
Good. How are y'all?
Pretty darn great. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to say, Gramps, what you're doing with the whole veteran thing, very inspiring. Glad that you're doing that, Rick. I watch your videos all the time with the unboxing. Really inspiring too. Just want to say y'all are doing great things.
Thank you.
Yeah, it means a lot. I appreciate you calling in and talking about it. It's really awesome.
Yeah, of course. I did want to say, Rick.
Yes, sir.
I just got this monster bass bait, the Ragnar. This thing has been killing bass. This thing is crazy. I'm so glad that I got it out of a tackle box. It's literally banger.
What color are you throwing?
Let me go check. I think it's all white.
It's that would either be a bone color or that would be T-Rex's favorite color, Cylon.
I love the bone
I think it's
with
the
the
Cylon.
blood.
Oh, the cracked one, the white and the red.
Yes, yeah.
Which one?
Very nice. The Cylon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's T-Rex's favorite color.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say y'all are doing great things and keep up the great work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What? How long have you been part of Monster Bass?
I actually just joined. I just found y'all's YouTube channel, and I've been watching some of your videos. So I mean, I just been really inspired to go fishing again on my kayak and stuff. Yeah, it's just been great.
It's amazing. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Right on. Right on. Who's your favorite?
I had a kayak when I was 14. That's
oh
amazing.
my God, right? Who's your favorite YouTuber?
My favorite YouTuber, Kicking Their Bass. I watch him a lot. He's probably my favorite fishing YouTuber.
Right on. No is a good
But
guy.
He's really good at getting to a lot of young anglers
Yeah.
and getting them inspired and out on the water.
yeah,
Yeah, he actually crosses
Yeah,
the
he's
the
great
boundary
too.
between like being a YouTuber and actually knowing how to fish. He's a good stick. He's a good stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a great
And his dad's
fisher.
pretty cool too.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, somebody. I'll be right back.
It's funny. Gramps' dog sounds just a lot different than mine. I'm gonna guess Gramps' dog is like 40 pounds. Mine's like 9. Oh my god. What's your name, buddy?
Trevor.
Trevor. Cool. Well, listen.
Well, nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, listen, Trevor. If you ever have questions about the baits you receive in the box, I suggest you call into the show. I've never had anyone wait. This is the first time we've ever had people wait as long as you guys. And so I want to apologize that it took us so long to get to you, but I promise you it won't take that long next time. And I would say that if you ever have questions about the baits or whatever, call into the show, ask whoever our guest is, because every guy that we have, every guest that we have on the show is a solid stick, and they'll give you some good advice. I definitely encourage you to watch a bunch of Gramps videos, because not much better than that.
I will 100% do that. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah. Have a happy holiday.
You too.
All right. See, I love it when we get little dudes on. We don't get a lot of like. I feel like the younger crowd, like, they should call in. Like, oh my god, if I could have called into a show at 14 and like, I mean, I used to call in to try and win stuff on the radio, because back in the day, you'd listen to AM, FM, and whatever, and try and win whatever you're gonna try and win. But man, if I would have had the opportunity to call in and talk to guys like you, Gramps, to get advice, I would have been calling in. I would have kept you on the phone for an hour.
Well, and I love that too, because just giving people the opportunity to ask questions, and especially with Monster Bass, which is so cool about it, is there are team members all over the country. So no matter where, no matter where somebody lives, the guys that are doing the videos for you are, you talk about the box is not just the only thing, it's regionals, it's the team. And so having somebody that's in Texas and California, up north with the Smallies, down to Tennessee, in Florida and Georgia, you guys have somebody making videos everywhere, and people can relate to those guys, because at least one of them is probably going to be close to where they fish, or fishing in the same, like me in Indiana, where you've got, Bass Fishing HQ next door in Ohio. So we kind of got, the Midwest is well covered.
Mm-hmm.
Burley and the guys, and everybody up north, so I mean, the Monster Bass team itself is spread out across the nation very well, and represents some, pretty much everywhere there are fish to catch.
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Looking forward to some more additions on that team page of yours too, so folks can have an idea and look and see who all the guys are.
Yeah, speaking of that, I just saw the design from our designer on what the page could look like. Gave him some feedback, because I do want to break it out by region, so that you can find the people that live in your area of the country, so that if you want to see what they're doing, or you want to connect with them and ask them questions, you can subscribe to their channels and get what they're doing, because it's in your backyard. So I think that's going to be important too. We also just added, you can't find it at the moment because it's hidden, but we just added 1,600 pages to the website.
Oh, wow.
1,600 different waters. So the app that we're building will we'll take the catches, feed it into the waters, and serve up all the data, so that you'll be able to say, go to Oneida Lake and see what the most popular baits are that people are using to catch. Now, we won't serve up their actual locations for the catches. We'll keep that, secret to yourselves, but we'll use the data to say, okay, lipless are the most popular baits on Oneida Lake, and here's 20 different lip lists if you want to buy them. So we're gonna leverage that data.
Yeah, good. It's a really good idea. I can't wait to see all the updates you guys having too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got any new secret ninja cool team guys coming on, or what's 2023 look like?
Okay, so I have one.
Or is it too early to spill that? I guess you know me. If I'm going to come on, I'm at least ask you some questions too.
Okay, so I have someone that I've been targeting him for years. Every December we have a conversation, and every December he's like, "I love what you're doing." He goes, "I don't want to be that guy that jumps from brand to brand." And one of the things he said to me is like, when I think about Mystery Tackle Box, I think about like, if I'm on the team, I feel like I'm the parent, because it's everyone on the team's, little kids. Yeah. And this person reached out to me and he's like, "Should we have our December conversation?" I was like, "Yeah, let's have that conversation." And I think this year we're gonna see a change. I think he's gonna jump ship. I'll give you a hint. Please don't guess. But he's in your backyard.
Okay.
And he's not a kid.
No. Okay.
Think you know?
I might. I'd have to think about it, but I might. Right. I would have to go look who's on their team.
I'll tell you.
I would know.
Well, look, at the end of the day, the only ones on their team are the Guggen squad. Everybody else is an afterthought. Yeah. But I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
But I'd love to see.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to see, because it's always fun to see, because I know people come and go and, whatever, but I love, I love seeing, and that's one of the things I've always, I'm just going to be frank. The folks that are fishing for monster bass, to me, when you're posting fish, when you're posting stuff, I don't want to hear from you if you're throwing baits from that come from other places that aren't sold on your store or made by Monster Bass. I find that disrespectful.
Thank you.
And so, I mean, I get that too. It's like, like I told you, with one of my partner, I'll talk about the lunker sticks and all that too, but I've got a commitment as well. But I still throw a lot of Monster Bass baits. And people have asked me, what my affiliation with is. Rafi sent me a bag and I did a review, and that's pretty much my thing of it. But the vast majority of the stuff on here, I buy stuff from the store just like everybody else. I found big bite baits through Monster Bass, and really? I found because you got to remember, I was always just, if it worked, it worked. So I threw a lot of Strike King in stuff that I could find at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Because back in my day when I was fishing tournaments, basically everything I fished was something I could find at Walmart, because if I ran out of said thing and I needed it, I could go there and get more.
Sure.
And of course, you're talking back before we had all the online tackle shops and, everybody overnighting everything to you the next day. But that's just what I always did. So when I started, getting the Monster Bass boxes, I'd never thrown X Zone lures. I love their baits, the Adrenaline Crawl, all the different baits that X Zone makes. Their colors are amazing.
And they're good people. They're really good people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and, we joke a lot about, talking about different baits and this and that people may or may not like. But the good thing about what you guys do is you put people on stuff they may not otherwise try. I had never thrown the Missile Baits Baby D-Bomb. And when I got a pack of the Burley Candy Baby D-Bombs, and I threw that on the back of one of the Strike King structure jigs, I caught so many fish. And I didn't talk about that one a whole lot, because that was like my Clearwater slayer for a lot of big fish that actually qualified me to get to go to the to the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship. And you know that those things were incredible. And I've probably got 8 or 12 bags of those baits out here, and I'll probably still buy some more over the winter, just because you know that is a great color. But that's a good little bait on the small finesse jigs that I love to throw.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
And we all know about the crankbait, that the first bait that I ever caught a monster bass when I was out cold water fishing a couple of years ago. And I was like, I don't know about subscription boxes. And I had that rud, and I actually bought another one. Oh, it's out in my truck because I accidentally gave it to my brother with some other stuff I was hooking him up with. And because he wanted to throw some monster bass stuff too. And I said, but there's one crankbait that's orange, and I need that one back. That was the
Creamsicle.
first bait. Huh?
I think it's called creamsicle.
It was before that. It was the year before those came out. I bought 3 of the creamsicles because of the cause they were supporting, and I actually gave Jeremy one of those. But it was like an orange. It was one of the
Okay.
earlier Rudd
I'll look.
crankbaits. But I mean, when nothing else was catching fish that day, I caught 2 or 3 of them, and the water was still cold. It was still
Sure.
early. It might have been early March, and I was like, okay, they work.
Nice.
Because you hear the skeptics, oh, it's monster bass. It's they're just taking crankbaits, and no, this is a good crankbait with a great paint scheme on it. I mean, I was really impressed. But the creamsicle, yeah, I bought a bunch of those.
I'm excited to see what everyone thinks of the flat of the. I'm calling it the flat line. Somebody named it. I usually let someone name it. Like the Seeker series, there's a guy out of Tennessee. He named it for me.
Okay.
But this one, I've never made more changes to a bait than this one. Like right down to the fact that we put 2 glass beads in it at the very last minute because I wanted to change the sound. I don't know. We'll see. But all right. We've gone longer than I expected, so I just want to say thank you, and I apologize if I've kept you too long. We got 2 more calls, and we'll call it a day. Is that fair?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I'd like everyone to pause for a moment. We're gonna take a collective breath in and a breath out.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. What's up, boys? We got Gramps on the show officially. He's making fishermen, veterans, and papas look good all the time. How you doing there, JT? What's up, my man? Just saying hello to you, my man. Glad you're here this holiday season and in good health. That's what it's about this year. Letting you guys know we're coming from Inglewood, California, down the street from the Forum. Guess who's out there camped outside the Forum tonight? It is officially a Billie Eilish concert. Little girls have been camped out all over the country around the Forum for the Billie Eilish concert tonight. Man, and they're cold. I feel funny that they're out there to tell a couple of them, go stay in your hotels. Don't camp out in those cold tents. It's about 49 degrees outside.
Nice.
Yes, my favorite caller of all. Woo!
All right there, JT. I know right now, my man, here we go. Officially, they talked about wrestlers and nobody brought up Randy Macho Man Savage. Come on, man. How do you guys forget about the Macho Man when you're talking about wrestling? He takes Hogan. Come on, man. Talk about the Macho Man a little bit.
Nobody forgot about him, my friend. Nobody.
Nope. Loved him and Leaping Laddie Poffo. They were in that part of that scene where Jerry Lawler was when I was growing up, and Macho Man was one of my favorite growing up. I had a buddy who kind of looked like him, so he played the whole game when we were in high school with the sunglasses and the kind of the mullet with the sweatband, and he actually could do a pretty good imitation as well. It was awesome.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, I got a brother who's a veteran. My older brother, he can do a pretty good Macho Man Savage too, man. If you ever talk to him, you'd be like, what the hell? Do we got a reincarnation of the Macho Man?
All right. So, Mr. Gambit, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What are you doing next Thursday?
Okay, guys, we got the compound up in the hills overlooking the Pacific. So officially, my youngest granddaughter just turned 1. So it was her birthday, and we celebrated that last weekend. So the Christmas celebration will be up at the compound, and my son Johnny will be doing a big-ass pot of gumbo. He's tagged to do the gumbo, and his wife is going to be doing the cornbread. So it'll be a gumbo and cornbread kind of Christmas.
Okay, you still didn't answer my question, though. What are you doing next Thursday?
Oh, next Thursday, man, I'm here for you, man. What's going on? Let me know if you need me for anything. I'm in Southern California. Let me know what's happening.
Okay, so I would like to invite you to be on the show as my co-host next week.
That sounds like good. You want me to do in studio or you want me to do it remote?
No, you can do it. I don't think there's enough oxygen in my office for both of us because it's pretty small because we're literally in like the smallest bedroom in my house. So we're going to have Jared set you up and we'll give you all the details so that you can come on the show and be live with us. How's that sound?
Got me in. I'm there for you, my brother. I'm telling you right now, I've been blessed this year. I tell every guy when you can get up, thank the Lord for letting you get up in the morning. Appreciate that I can wake up, put my feet on the floor, put one leg in the pants and put the other leg in. Can't complain about nothing. When you got your blessings and you can get up, get your ass up and keep on going. Don't complain about anything. Be thankful that you're able to get up out of bed and be able to do something. Because there's some people who can't even get up and do nothing.
Well said. And my only other request before I, unless you had a question for Gramps.
Well, Gramps, I got to ask right now, you're making Popeyes, veterans, and old dudes who can ride Cadillacs look cool. So officially, for 2023, what's the addition you're going to add to the kayak that you didn't add in 2022? Because I know for me, it's never ending adding stuff. The adding aspect says, okay, what do I need now? Okay, what do I need now? What's the next thing?
Well, I guess honestly, the next thing is I actually sold the live scope that was on the Cadillac because with my new deal with Johnson Outdoors as part of the Old Town brand with Minn Kota and Humminbird, I'll be going back to Humminbirds. So I'll probably be hunting for a 10 or 12 inch Helix screen. And then I want to get to know that one again really well. But then we might be, doing some Mega Live and some Mega 360 maybe down the road. Try to, kind of double it up. But I want to learn the electronic game a little more. A lot of people think, it's just all about tournament fishing. But no, I think that, those who still fish for fun that kind of invest in that kind of stuff, those gizmos and gadgets will actually show you a lot about the fish that you may not know. So that'll be the next thing that goes on the kayak.
That sounds perfect. Now, if you haven't lit it up with some lights, don't forget, always look around. There's so many cool light kits you can add to the yak, man. If you want to show off in the mornings when you lunch, light it up sometime. Don't tell anybody you lit it up. Flick a switch and light up your kayak. You're going to freak the hell out of your buddies.
Yeah, I've actually got lights that I run inside of it, red lights, so I can see, and then so that, they're the less, they'll draw the bugs the less. But I actually want to put some brighter lights on for like when we're fishing at night and you need to be able to light up the shore when you're coming into the boat ramp after dark.
So
that sounds great. Now, guys, if you haven't got on Rick's VIP list, last Friday, Rick gave out a Thunder Cricket. If you're on Rick's VIP list, a Thunder Cricket for $1. Now, if you want to get some deals, you better be on that list. If you're listening near and you're listening far, don't forget to get on the VIP list. And Rick will send you something once or twice a week. gives you a deal, save you some money. There's a lot of stocking stuffers on the website. You know, the Lunker Hunt thing is coming out next month, and I'm hoping Rick gets to carry that Monster Bass site that he can take some of them Lunker Hunt baits. They got a lot of new stuff they offer. Rick, if they haven't shipped you any of those bocce blades, I'm going to let everybody know a little secret. If you got busting bass, get that bocce blade. Throw them in the middle of the busting bass. Oh, like Ray Parker said back in the day, busting makes me feel good. Oh, man, there's nothing like throwing a bait that catches bass when the bass are busting, and you don't have to do anything but just, if you like the Monster Bass, site says, go get your best lunker, and the Tactical Bassing guy says, burn, 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 Paris. Burn, 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 pause. Burn, 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 pause. You just got to burn those crankbaits. The Monster Bass put out a lot of stuff this last year that you can crank. And if you say, look, I can't get a fish, try in the wintertime when the dead of cold and the worms aren't working. Just throw a crankbait out there for Monster Bass and burn, 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 pause. Burn, 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 pause. And that's my tip at the end of the year. And that was my little secret that I didn't tell anybody for years. But since the Tactical Bassing guys put that out there, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's a technique that everybody should just give it a try in the wintertime.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
All right,
the
buddy,
Mud
take care.
Hunter
Love
was
you
the
guys.
color I was thinking of. It's the orange and chartreuse.
The Mud Hunter.
Yep.
I just sent you 2.
Sweet.
All right, Mr. Gambit. We will be in touch, and for everyone watching at home, we're not going to have Mr. Gambit on the show unless I get some more likes, because I got to be honest with you, this is kind of embarrassing. We've got Gramps on the show, and we've got 63 likes. This is really I don't understand. Now I'm down to 62. Well,
I see 71, so I mean, I could be behind or something.
or ahead. Or maybe we've lost
ahead,
that many people since I called people out. Either way, listen, Mr. Gambit, I want to thank you for calling in for the show. I wish I was eating some of your gumbo, and but we're gonna have you on next week, and I'll have Jared make sure that he reaches out to you. Do we lose him? Oh my God, he's gone. All right, well, Mr. Gambit, we'll reach out to you. Okay, and our last caller of the day. What you got for me, bro?
What's up?
What's up? How are you?
Nothing much. Doing pretty good. Hello, JT. What's going on?
Brennan, I'm doing good, my man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's like 50 degrees here, and I'm freezing my butt off. It was 80. It was 80 degrees out here this afternoon. Now it's 50. So
crazy.
Just sitting here adding lead to a bunch of baits. But yeah, Gramps, I wanted to ask you, when are you going to get some bait making videos made? Are you going to do that kind of over the winter, or what are your plans for that?
Way behind. Yeah, I've been talking to my brother about that, and that was just when we qualified to go to the national championship. That became our focus, and I was still trying to do videos while preparing to go do that, because to us it was such a big deal for us. I mean, squeezing in the qualifications and then getting to go do something like that. But no, I'm working on doing some bait making videos probably over the next couple of weeks. I'm still doing some reviews from rods and reels, because people always want to know about stuff like that, and various baits, because Christmas is coming. But after the New Year's, I probably will have 2 or 3 months of making all kinds of new bait making videos, because I've got a lot of new molds and a lot of new ideas and things that I want to do as well. So they're coming. It's just something had to give, and that had to be part of it. I just did not have time.
Yeah, that's really cool that you guys went through and did all the tournaments. That was really cool to follow along with you guys on your little adventure this year. Super, super cool. So, what's one technique you want to learn or master in 2023? I have a good guess at what it is, but I'm going to let you
if you
see if I'm right.
my recent rod and reel combo release video, I kind of talked about it, but the Ned rig is just something I never have any confidence in or really throw that much. But I'm actually going to make some Ned heads, and I'm gonna make some Neds. I'm gonna make some baits, and I'm gonna dedicate more time to it because like I did a lot with that with the drop shot this year, I'm going to put some time into the Ned rig next season and do more to it. And I've got plenty of Ned baits around here that I got from Monster Bass. I got a bunch of the Strike King, and I got a bunch of the new X Zone Ned zones, and I'm going to be throwing those a lot because, you know, saw those at Monster Bass and I was like, they came in a box and I need to order about 6 more bags of them. So I did.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the frog, but you know, I'm not sure if you're going to continue going after that frog.
That's not going to be a
fish.
new technique that I'm going to be trying. That's just a continual pain in my that will continue for going into the 3rd year now. And Rick may not know this, but
I know you.
But Sly Fox actually called me out about the Christmas Party Gone Bad frog. So I made a deal with him on one of my live streams.
I know.
If I haven't caught a frogfish by my 55th birthday on the 5th of May, then I will tie on the Christmas Party Gone Bad that's still sitting in the package right back there. Yep, right back there, and I will tie it on May 6th, and I will not throw another single frog until I catch a fish on that stupid
Oh my
thing.
God. Oh my God.
And it's going to be your 55th cast. Your 55th cast with that frog, you're going to get a 10-pounder. That's what you're going to get. I know
Well,
it.
and we laugh because we say, you know, I'll
You're
probably
gonna
get
get
my
a big
PB
fish
on
on
it
it.
too.
Come on.
But yeah, that
I know,
would be
that's-
funny,
and then
but
you're
that-
confident
the
that it's
way
gonna
that
go
this story
out.
ends is that's how it goes. But I'm going to catch a fish on a frog prior to that. It's going to happen. I've been close so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, I was literally on video on the phone with my brother screaming that I have a frog fish,
Oh, I saw
and
it.
it comes off right before I get it in the net. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Here's what you need to do. When you come to Georgia, you need to come to Georgia. I'll get you an 8-pounder on a frog. I have a secret place that I only take people like my friends to, because I know there's an 8-pounder in there that you can easily catch on just about anything. So I'll take you there. We'll throw a frog for a few minutes. You'll catch an 8-pounder on a
I've
frog.
said it had to be organic because Rick has actually offered to fly me someplace to break this streak, you know. So it's not like I don't have opportunity. And hey, it could happen before Christmas, you know, because I'm going to be down with Get Your Fish On in Tampa fishing with him. And I would not be shocked if he didn't put a frog in my hand while I was down there.
Of
So you
course.
never know, but it's going to happen this year.
I
That's
think-
for sure.
Well, I hope you certainly get a frogfish on it. And remember, always, you know, if you need somewhere to stay, we've got a little apartment here on our property, and you guys can go fishing with me, and we can make baits or whatever. There's plenty of different places to fish here, but yeah. And
My brother
Rick,
really
do
wants
you
to
mind
meet
if I
you
do a
because
quick
he's
shout out?
big into bait making, and he's going to be doing a lot of that as he starts up his YouTube channel. But he used to make baits back in our tournament days, and he's really, really
I was
interested
talking to
in
him a
getting
little
into
bit
that.
about
So
it.
he's going to use some of the stuff that I've got as well, and is you know, he's got some ideas, and you know, he wants to get into that as well.
Well, that's awesome. I really love getting people into bait making. That's always fun. But yeah, so Rick, do you mind if I give a quick shout out to a giveaway that I'm doing?
Go for it, bro.
All right. This coming week, the 21st, is on a Wednesday, and that will be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. I'll be giving away $350 worth of baits. And if I get over 120 entries, I will be giving away an OG Vixen from the very first run ever.
Okay.
So if you guys want a chance to win $350 worth of baits and an OG Vixen, head over to my channel on the 21st.
That's incredible, man. That's generous.
Here's what I'm going to do for you, Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you slack it to me, like the creative, I'll ask Jeremy to post it on the channel, on our channel, so that you get more entries.
Hey, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then, Rick, just one more thing. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer.
Okay.
Are we going to start working on that big bait rod?
I'm surprised Mr. Gambit didn't ask that.
Can we talk about that next week?
Hey, I'm good with that.
All right, done.
All right.
Last
Thank
question.
you guys.
What do you have?
And
What
both of you
do
have
you
a
having for the
wonderful
holidays
Christmas.
for dinner?
I think you know the answer to this. We're having a
She's
big old
making
ham and plenty of different servings.
Love it.
A honey baked ham.
Honey, wait, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa! Your mom's making
So-
honey baked ham. She's not making her own like country ham.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we buy this one sometimes.
Oh.
You can't have the same thing over and over again. You know, you got to switch it up a little bit. You know,
You can if it's delicious, but hey.
we had the homemade one.
All right.
We had the homemade one for Thanksgiving. Come on.
All right, bro. All right, man. Thanks for calling in. I will talk to you
right.
next week. Make sure you text me that or Slack me the stuff, and I'll ask Jeremy to support you.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, bro.
That's awesome. You make sure we tune into that one.
Yeah. Why not?
And next Wednesday before that at 7:00, I'll be live, and I'm going to be on with Tom Brubaker from Lose and Strike King, talking about all the new stuff they got. They released, because he came on the show when before ICAST, and now that everything's getting ready to start actually coming and getting on the website and in the market, he's going to come and give us an update and talk about what Lose and Strike King's got going on. And I'm really interested in the Lose Tier 1 rod and reel combos, because that goes to support their side of the veteran thing as well. So
amazing. Make sure you send us whatever creative you got for that so we can support that as well. I would love to.
all right, we'll do.
So, well, listen, I know it took us a few weeks to make this call happen, and I really appreciate you coming on. I appreciate all that you do.
Yeah, you know I'm here for whatever you need, brother.
And I'm really grateful. If we want to do a giveaway for 1,000, I would love to support that. I'm really grateful for you creating Monster Bass Nation and showing that a lot of love and support, and it means a lot to me. And I'm really proud to have you on this team and to know you. And I look forward to the day that we're standing eye to eye. I really do.
Yeah,
So.
when we actually get to go fish and hang out and sit around a campfire.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down with the campfire all day long. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Listen, thank you so much. I'll give you back your evening, and I'll see you again soon.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care, everybody.
All right. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Jared's here. Wow. All right. That was a great show. We went over. I'm going to give away some golden tickets. 11586-12207 and 12828. We had a great show tonight. We're going to talk next week. We'll talk about Monster Bass reels. We'll talk about rods. We're going to talk about Christmas dinner. But I've taken a lot of your time today. Please, please, please do me a favor. If you're not subscribed to Gramps' channel, head on over, hit the subscribe button, and on your way out the door, please just hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. And I don't know if it helps with the YouTube algorithm. That part I don't care. But if you like the 2 hours that you spent with us, let me know. And if you don't, hit the thumbs down button. That lets me know too. And for those of you that won't be with us next week, I hope you're traveling safe for the holidays. I hope you and your families have a happy one, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, or you don't celebrate any of it. You do you. Love you guys all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.
Sweep the leg. Yes.